Okay, folks, it's time to back up the truck to head outdoors to see the one and only.
Hey there, folks, this is Big Doug Outdoors here. Well, today we're going to do a little talk and do a little review on a few things I got here, and I'm going to show you a little video of how I mount my scopes. And I didn't have a thing with the base plate being put on, so it was already on that gun. I just transferred a scope to it. But anyways, I'll tell you how I do my mounting my base plate to the firearm itself, so that way you can mount your scope rings on and then your scope. So we're going to jump right in this video, and I hope it helps somebody out there maybe learn something, or maybe help them with some, because I got some tools I want to do a review on at the end of this video as well. So, but anyways, anything and everything that I talk to you guys about with the products and their names or brands, I'm not affiliated with them or even sponsored by them. So with that being said, I really want to get that out of the way, so that way people don't know it. And also in this video, you're going to see me working with a muzzleloader. It is not loaded. I forgot to show you guys that it was unloaded, but it was not loaded at all because I emptied it out right after the last weekend of muzzleloader season, and I cleaned the muzzleloader up. So with that being said, let's jump right in this video, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Wow. But anyways, like I said, we're going to hurry up with this video. I hope you guys like it, and talk a little bit about it as we go. In the video, you'll be watching me mount the scope on, put scope rings on, mounting the scope, setting it up on, getting it leveled, the scope with the rifle, with the muzzleloader and stuff. All right, so with that being said, and you always want to do this to where you got a lot of room to do it, for one. And I got my like a counter bar thing here in the kitchen. That's why I'm doing it in here. It gives me multiple areas to move around to get this thing set just the way I want it. And what's nice about doing it yourself, you can set your scope for how you like to shoot. I mean, some people like the scope dead center in there, and you gotta lean forward, you stretch your neck. I don't like that. I don't have much of a neck here anymore in my older age, and so I want to be able to lay my cheek right on the gun, and it's right there. My scope's in right where I need it, and everything makes it sweeter to me. You know, I tune it to myself, and that's something reason why I like doing this myself. And I got a Torque Wrench right here, which is a really decent one. You can get them off of Amazon. It's all aluminum or metal. I love that. I love how it's got your PSI. It's per square inch. And then over here, the other one is for like your millimeters and stuff like that. So, but anyways, like I said, we'll talk a little bit about the stuff that I'm going to be doing with using. So we're going to turn the camera and let you guys watch it, and hopefully you'll like it. At the end of the video, I will explain what I torqued my rings on and everything, what my torque was. All right, so you guys stay tuned. How do the other one? What I do with it? And I do got a mess up here. What's really nice about having a torque, you get these real big wide flathead bits, which works perfect with those type of thing. And this one's actually made and designed for doing this, what I'm doing. Let me see, let's change that out. That's a little bit too thick.
I'm gonna scoot you guys over here. See what I'm doing. And folks, the muzzleloader is empty. Alright folks, what we're doing here is we're getting the mounting our leveling kit that we do for our scope on the end of the barrel, like I was talking to you at the beginning of the at the end of this video. I've done a review on. But anyways, getting it all set up, getting it ready to set my scope on there and everything, get it adjusted. And also on here, I want to mention that the muzzleloader is unloaded, and I can't stress that enough. It is not loaded or anything. There is no primer in the 209 primer breech plug that's on the end of the muzzleloader there, and there is no powder inside the gun itself. So that way I'm safe, it won't go off. But anyways, like I said, right at that beginning, I was tightening down that, and now I'm getting the scope set up on here, getting it all leveled. And one thing, when you are using the torque wrench, make sure you don't over torque your scope rings, because they can damage the tubing of your scope. I've seen that happen, and you take a good $200 or $300 rifle scope or something more expensive and you over torque it on the gun, then you got issues. You can do that. But right here, what you're seeing is I'm taking my time. What I do is I'll tighten the screws down like 2 times on both sides, and I alternate through there on the scope rings when I'm tightening the screws down. And then I'll put my level back up there on top of the scope cap up there on top to make sure we're still level with the leveling kit on the end of the barrel there. I highly recommend doing that, so that way you know for sure you're getting your stuff done right, and it comes out really nice at the end of the day when you go out to shoot your firearm. So right here folks, what I'm doing is I'm just adjusting the screws, getting them kind of snug on the scope itself, and then I use the level just religiously over and over and over. I don't stop using it. Once I got it mounted where I want it at for level, I'll put the little level bubble back up on top of the cap of the scope itself. That adjusts it up and down, so that way I can make sure the scope's still level and it's matching my level on the end of my barrel of the gun there. And folks, the gun is not loaded, I promise. I should have mentioned in here, when you mount your base plate on your rifles or gun, whatever you're mounting it to of your firearm, you want to make sure you rub a thin layer of grease on it. It doesn't matter what kind, long as it's heat resistant grease or something like that, so that way you won't have the issue of your base plate or your gun start to rust, because when you go in and out of hot temperatures, that will cause it, and for some reason moist like to get up underneath there, and then you got rust really bad underneath that gun. And also, I don't use Loctite on my scope mounts, or my base mounts or scope rings. I had an issue recently where I did do that to one of my firearms, and I wanted to change out the base plate to a longer one, and I had to drill one of the screws out because it would not release. And then once I got the base plate off, I was able to grip the vice grips on that screw and get it out of there. So highly recommend not doing that. But anyways, right here I'm finishing up my torque. I'm turning it like a quarter of a way, and then I'm waiting for it to hear the click on the torque wrench. That is very important to do that. So I'm making sure it's still level again. And right here, I'm going to look down the hall through my muzzleloader scope, and it's right where I want it. And the old timers used to use a corner of a wall and level it, make sure it's level, and that's how they used to mount their scopes on.
So there you go, folks. And there in the video, the gun was unloaded. It was a muzzleloader. I made sure of it even before I started. One suggestion I can make with a muzzleloader: take your ramrod. If it drops all the way down in there, there's no load. Whenever you load it up to the right mount that you want to use for shooting it or hunting with it, make sure you put the ramrod all the way down and it's seated all the way down, and then take a knife. If you got a aluminum ramrod like I do, score it around there at the end of the barrel, so that way you know when you put it down there, it's right there, it's perfect, and it'll be there and you know there's a load in it. That is a little trick and tip that I can give you out there. But anyways, before we get more into this video, like I said, I want to do a little talk about this leveling kit for your scope. It's very important, folks, that you get something like this. Don't have to be like this one. It can be something different, something a little simpler that maybe you like or think it's better. This is my personal preference, because a lot of your gunsmiths that mount scopes on your firearms and stuff, this is the kind of leveling kit they usually use. A lot of them usually do. Not all of them, but there is some who use something different, but usually it's this. And I highly recommend these. You can pick this up off of Amazon for a reasonable price. It comes with your 2 magnetic bubble levels there. Comes with 2 separate ones. And what those are used for is, once you mounted your base plate on there, then you turn around and lay your bubble across there, get it leveled, and then turn around, then you pull this out, and this actually attaches to the barrel of the gun. And I'll show you real quick what I'm talking about. It unscrews here, and then that pulls out, and you can unscrew this one down or whatever, and your barrel will fit right in here in that little V-valley, and then you stick it right in there, and then you torque it down. So what's really nice about this one, I like when I was looking at them, I'll show you here real quick and get this all tightened down again. What I really like about it is, once you got it on there, you don't think you have to get it adjusted like this with the screws. You can adjust it with this here to where it'll adjust it up and down, and it is spring loaded. But after I get done, I always adjust it where it looks about even across there, so that way when next time I use it, I'll have it. And that one has a brand name, but it's something I can't really pronounce. So it's one of those off-brand, off-the-wall things that you can get off of Amazon, like I said. And then my other thing I got that I use, I started for Christmas. My wife got me a new, it was a new, daggone, won't come out of my mouth. It was a new Torx screwdriver, and it came in, they sent me the wrong one. It was the wrong pressure that I was, pound pressure or PSI, however you want to say it. And I ended up turning around keeping it, because I didn't realize it until about a little over a month after she purchased it. So I ended up going back and purchasing a different one, and I got the one that I actually was wanting. And it's this one here. It's called Vanpo, and if I'm saying it right, I hope so, but if I'm not, overlook it. But right there's the name of it. And it looks just like this. It's all metal. I don't know what type of metal. I didn't really read up on it manually or anything, but I know how everything works. A lot of people like the digital. I'm old school. I like the ones where it's got the numbers and stuff up here, and you adjust it, and then you got numbers down here in this little dial. That's what you are adjusting to. Like right now, it's set on 19 pound torque right there. So if I turn it this way, right now it's on 20, because that 0 is in line with that line down the middle of those numbers on each side. But anyways, I like this one, and the reason why it was specifically for using it for scopes and stuff, it goes from 10 to 60 pound torque, which is plenty enough for doing what I needed it for. And like I said, the reason why I picked it, because it came with this little T-handle that has your 1/4 inch socket connector, whatever you want to call it, and it snaps right down in there, and then you can use it to torque that screw. It gives you a little extra what do you want to call it, to where you can grip extra type of gripping for it. Now, one thing you can do, I was messing around and I tried it and it works. You can take your cordless drill and get an adapter to where it's got that same end like this here, 1/4 inch, and snap it down in the back of it. Put your drill on, set your proper torque pressure. Just go, it goes click, 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 click. So it does work like that. And I have used it, folks. But anyways, I'll show you what it comes in when you buy one. Like I said, this one was my one I was looking at for a while, and I just like, that's a little pricey, but I could use it, so I went ahead and ordered it. And it also, forgot to say, it does come with a couple of these quick change for your screwdriver bits, so that way you can change them out quick. It comes with 2 of them. But anyways, it comes in a nice hard case plastic box like this to keep it in. And then on the inside, this is what it looks like. It's got it's got an extension in there for you to help get down deeper into some hole, whatever you need it. But I ain't gonna use it much probably. But it's got all your bits and everything. So I highly recommend getting you something like this, because it'll save you and it'll help you not tear a scope up or anything. So that's basically what I wanted to talk to you guys about, and I hope you guys like this little video out there and get ready to post. Getting it all readied up and post it out there on YouTube. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and end the video here, and I just want to thank you guys for watching my YouTube channel. Thank you for the one subscribe. If you haven't, please do so, and tell a friend, family, and neighbor about it, folks, because I surely would appreciate it. And like I always say, God bless and good luck to the upcoming hunting, fishing, camping here in 2025, folks. We'll catch you guys till next time.